Excellent. There we go. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started then. I'm Wendy Ditmore, and I manage the strategy and execution of our geo expansion program that we've been rolling out this year for partners around the world. And this in particular is our activation webinar, where we help our new partners get onboarded and started in the program. Here's a quick view of our agenda today, and it looks like we have another guest here as well. Matthias, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us today. We'll walk through a welcome here as we're kicking off, talk about what the purpose of this is, who this webinar is for, how you can get the most out of it, and then we'll review some key tools that we provide as part of the activation playbook that we provide for all of our partners. There's some key tools, insights, best practices in it, and we'll highlight a few of those as we walk through all of the content. And then finally, I'll end it with some key next steps I would recommend taking after this call to really help you get started as you're working through your geo expansion journey. And we'll provide remaining time here for any specific questions that you might have that I can help answer. So let's talk about our webinar here, our 45 minutes together. We really want to help highlight those key resources in your activation playbook. And we do this to make sure that you're thinking about how to drive visibility of your solution to attract new customers, to make the right Microsoft connections with key stakeholders and sellers, and then of course, that critical goal of increasing your sales success in those new markets. We intended and developed this playbook for our ISV partners who are onboarding into the program, and we want to help make sure that this is a useful tool to you. So after you look through the playbook, if you have feedback about things that you think might be valuable for us to include going forward, I would love for you to share any insights you might have and things that we can add to make the playbook even better. So I would definitely recommend you save that playbook to your desktop or to a local location where you can share it with other teams at your company, because there's content in there that I think will be valuable across multiple different roles in your organization. Also really important to take advantage of all the resources that we provide in the playbook, the links to additional information, templates that you can use. And again, please share feedback. We are always looking to improve and grow this program to be more beneficial to all of our partners. So let's talk about how to make some of the right connections. And that really focuses on how to engage Microsoft sellers in those new markets. For both of you, you may have a lot of connections you've already made, perhaps with your partner development manager in your host country. The challenge then is to figure out how can you position yourself to be visible and really successful with your solution into those new markets. And so highlighting your solution to those Microsoft sellers is one of the key goals I think that is really important as part of the geo expansion program. So things that you can think about doing to position your solution is to think through things where Microsoft sellers get really intrigued and excited to engage. They're looking for solutions that really sell themselves, that are very clear, that have strong revenue and produce great margins. And they always love to see a solution where there's no competition and there aren't other partners who have a solution like yours. They also love working with partners who help connect and share their lead generation so that you can work on that co-sell motion together. And as I talked about before, having smart sales incentives and discounts that drive those healthy margins are really important for Microsoft sellers. Now, there's different types of connections that you can make into those new markets, and hopefully your host country PDM can help you with making some introductions into those markets. Channel managers are a critical stakeholder to become very connected with and hopefully your PDM can help you make some of the right connections depending on if your solution has a specific industry focus or a specific solution area focus. Channel managers can help represent you and connect you to the right sellers for key critical co-sell opportunities. They also can support you in that joint co-sell motion with those strategic opportunities and give you access to key resources that can help you further that engagement with the customer. They can also help you think through your strategy and how to plan some opportunities, events, perhaps workshops, where you can then connect more with Microsoft sellers as well as with customers. To help make it easy for channel managers to work with you, it's really important to position and have a good, clear value proposition that articulates what your solution does and how it can benefit a customer. It's also good to have a very clear business plan that you can provide that channel manager that identifies target segments where your vertical alignment may be well matched and any existing opportunities that you are working on. It's also really important and intriguing for a channel manager to understand if you have key offers or campaigns or other events and activities that the channel manager can use to help leverage and drive visibility of your solution to those account teams. So I think it's really important that we highlight that. This information, again, is all in your activation playbook, and I just want to highlight that this is a best practice to engage with those channel managers. Let's talk about sales tools that are really important as you look to expand into new markets. Some of these I think might be very familiar to everyone here, but we have a lot of detailed information in the playbook in case any of this is something that you're not as familiar with or want to improve your access and how you leverage these tools. So we'll just quickly walk through them here. Partner Sales Connect, I'm going to guess everyone here is very familiar with that. It's the tool today for sharing opportunities bidirectionally with Microsoft sellers. We do know that that is going to be retired at a near date here, and we'll be switching over to Partner Center. There's a lot of pain, we know, in using the Partner Sales Connect tool, and we're really excited about making that switch over to Partner Center. But today it is still the tool of choice for working through your opportunities. Now, Partner Center, we provide a lot of information in the activation playbook about how you set up your account and things you can do to really make your business profile a strong, powerful profile so that sellers and other stakeholders in the target market understand who you are and how to engage. Again, we have a lot of great information in the playbook that walks you through how to really make sure your Partner Center profile is strong, and then things that you can do in Partner Center for your geo expansion experience. There's also the whole marketplace and app source storefront set. Hopefully you both have your solutions listed either in app source or in marketplace, and this provides a very visible view of your solution for customers and for sellers to help engage. There's details in the playbook about the different types of solution listings you can do, as well as how that process then works using those resources here. So I would just encourage you to look through those in the activation playbook. Now we have go-to-market services that you can activate when you have a listing in AppSource or Marketplace. These are all available to our ISV partners who have a listing. Some of these can be very powerful to help amplify awareness of your solution. Some of the things that I know are very popular for our partners that I would encourage you to activate if you do have that listing is to consider activating the listing optimization service. You can also do social amplification of your solution or have a seller webinar where you can walk through what your solution is and engage their interest. And you can do all of this directly in for the target market that you are looking to expand in. So I would definitely consider looking at these services and activating those that would be beneficial to you. We also have a whole set of marketing benefits available to you depending on your competency. If you are an ISV with a co-sell ready or IP co-sell ready solution, it unlocks for you a whole set of great included services that you can see up here. There's a whole catalog of services that we provide partners. I just wanted to highlight in the playbook and here some of the different ones that I think are beneficial for you to consider activating in these new expansion markets that you're looking to land in. There are also incremental services if you have go-to-market budgeting, and some of these perhaps might be really important and interesting to you. So I just wanted to highlight that those are available for you as well. There's details in the playbook that walk you through what each of those are and how they work. So I'll just quickly click through this here, but I just wanted you to be aware of that. And details again on some of those incremental services in case any of those look interesting to you to consider accessing. To get started with any of those, you can actually activate these now through your Partner Center account. There's a process to go find those marketing benefits and activate any of these that look like they would be valuable to you. So let's talk then about something else that we provide in addition to the activation playbook. And this is what I would call our target market insert. So what we do, now part of the playbook that we provide you is at the worldwide level, a set of recommended places where you should engage, or we would strongly encourage you engage to learn about events, campaigns, community calls, places where you can advertise and showcase your solution along with any customer wins that you might have through these different resources that you see here. So we want to make sure that you are aware of all of these and take advantage of them. We provide then also a target market version of that kind of information. And you see examples here of what we have for Western Europe and the US, where there are resources and guidance about how best to engage in those markets. So we provide that to you as an insert with your activation playbook. At the end of the playbook, there are a lot of resources with links to additional information we tried to pull together from all the various places out on the web, all of these different kinds of tools, guidance, things to think about and click through to review. So I would definitely recommend when you've got time, or perhaps people in your organization have time, depending on their role, to look through this content in more detail. And of course, we're always here to help you. If you've got specific questions about your go-to-market benefits or some of those different services that you would like to activate, you can reach out to our go-to-market@microsoft.com team, and they can help you with activating those. One of the things that I think is a really powerful tool that's part of the playbook that you might think about building out is this one slide view of what your go-to-market plan could look like in that target market. And this is something you could work with your host country PDM, and then provide that as part of your engagement in with different stakeholders in the target market. So I'll finish up here after talking for a long time and talking at you with some key things that I would recommend doing to really get started in driving your expansion experience. Look through those go-to-market services that you may want to activate in your Partner Center account that could help you elevate and drive solution visibility in those target markets. And then you can reach out to our go-to-market alias there if you have questions or need guidance on how to best activate those benefits. They're always there ready to help you locally in your country where you sit today. We also have a geo expansion community that you can go subscribe to, where we post regular webcasts and events and new resources and tools as those become available. You can also share your experience or any best practices or successes and wins that you have, and we like to highlight those from within that community. And then again, making sure to take advantage of all the content that's part of the target market insert and the overall playbook. So I've moved pretty quickly through all of the information here, and I really wanted to make sure that we had time for any questions that anyone here on the call has that we can help provide answers for.
Hello, this is Matthias.
Matthias?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can. You're a little faint, but we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. Yes, I'm actually at the Microsoft Business Summit in Frankfurt, so there might be some background noise. Apologies for that. Just a very brief question. There's a lot of great content in there around marketing and joint go-to-market. Is there this dedicated contact person for us if we want to put this in place, let's say, with our US organization, our US entity?
So it sounds like your question is if you would get a direct contact that could help you. Let's say you were looking to expand into the US in particular. Is that correct? So I think that it depends.
Let me try again.
Okay.
I hope it was the question, but because I know that we will get a person for the joint go-to-market, especially around sales. Mm-hmm. I was just wondering if there's also somebody specifically for marketing activities, because I saw a lot of great things in there around marketing. I was just wondering who would be the person for us to reach out to say, okay, let's do the following things in the US, for example.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. So we do provide some engagement through, let's say, if we use the US as your example here, we do provide engagement with a PMA, our partner marketing advisor, who is our point of contact for the US, who manages the engagement overall and acts as a geo expansion lead. He can help provide some engagement and support around go-to-market activities that you would like to do and do in a joint fashion in the US. It can be limited just based on their bandwidth and how much you're looking to do in the US. Some of that then is where our go-to-market services might be a bit more helpful because that is something that you're able to activate, and we, through our go-to-market desk, can help you drive in that market.
Okay, great, thanks. And that person I would reach out to via the go-to-market help desk?
Correct, yes. And in typical cases, we assign you a partner engagement manager, so yet another acronym, a PEM, who would help you activate those particular go-to-market services in the US to drive any particular campaigns and motions that you would like to do.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Of course. Any other questions I can help answer here? All right. Well, I appreciate all of your time. Anytime that you want to reach out with questions or recommendations or for guidance for additional help, please feel free to email us. You can send a direct email to our geoexp@microsoft.com @alias, and we monitor and respond to that right away with any questions you might have there as well. Thank you so much for joining here. I will go ahead and end our recording, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.